Hello my friends, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good and welcome to my incredibly beige face. I look like a snake right now. In today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, we are trying out a load of new Barry M makeup. It's not quite a full face, hence the beige face, but we have a load of products. We've got like blush, contour, eyeshadow palette, lip products, eyeshadow sticks, loads of different bits, and honestly, I just want to dive straight into the video today because I look like a hot mess, so hopefully we can fix that. You also might be able to tell from my voice, which is significantly lower than it usually is. I'm a little bit run down today, so honestly, all I want to do is throw makeup on my face because what do we do when we're ill? Healthy eating, sleep, drink water? No. We throw on a whole load of makeup and pretend it's not happening. We gaslight ourselves into feeling better. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do makeup. So the first thing we're gonna go in with here is this contour duo. This is called the Chisel Cheeks Cream and Powder Contour Duo. I actually don't know which one's the cream and which one's the powder, but basically you've got a lighter one on top and then underneath you've got a deeper one. I'm using the shade Light and I think I might just try out both of them. Okay, so the top one is a powder, the bottom one is a cream. Glad we figured that out. They do look very, very light to be fair. They did send me a few other shades, but they did smash in the post, which is a bit sad. But yeah, let's try this out anyway. So I'm assuming this isn't going to be like a bronzer because it does say contour on the tin. So I'm expecting cool toned. I'm going to take the cream one first. Ooh, that is very, very grey toned. It's almost like a moussey texture. I'm just going to kind of create a little bit of a shadow there. I find that not too many drugstore brands actually do decent contouring powders. Like a lot of them will do, you know, various bronzers. But I feel like, yeah, not many places do tend to do like an actual like cool tone contour. Just patting that in with my foundation brush just to make sure it's all blended. Okay, we're not off to the best start right here because this looks a little bit patchy. Let's get the macro camera involved. Don't know if you guys can tell, but just like here, it does just look a little bit patchy. Which isn't what we want, is it? It's like a very dry cream formula. You can see the way that I'm applying it. It like stipples on as opposed to like glides on or blends on. And then if I just do patting motions to make sure I'm not like upsetting my face, that's a little bit better, but, and there's a hair stuck in my face here. Yeah, look. Here, it just looks like patchy and not like it's really blending out or anything, which isn't ideal. It doesn't look too bad on that camera, but yeah, up close here, looks a little bit iffy. And please try and ignore like my general hairline because I'd fake tan my face and then I got my little bleach bits topped up. And so because it's down to the root, it basically took off my fake tan. So it is what it is. I now just have a nice little ring around my face. I don't know why this side might work better, but you never know. Just don't like the way it feels. It just feels very like dry and moussey. I'm gonna really try and blend this in a bit more. Look at that hairline. Woo! Honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna be completely real with you. All I actually wanna do today, and I have so much to do, all I wanna do is sit and play Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch. I'm obsessed with that game. It's all I think about, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if I like the cream. Look at it. Can you see how it's like, it's all a bit bitty and everything, and that's kind of how it feels on my face. I'm gonna add more though, because that's the only product I have to use today. Just gonna kind of like take it up around my hairline a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit here. God, the formula's so weird. And do a little bit of nose contouring if I can. Look! Why is it so bitty? Quite a nice colour for my snoz. I just don't like the formula. Wah, wah. We still do have the powders to try out though, so fingers crossed for that. I'll be powdering down my face and trying this out in a second, so we'll go back to this in a bit. I'm now gonna move on to this cream blush here, and I'm hoping it's not the same kind of formula. It does look a bit different. Let's have a feel. Yeah, this is what I was expecting, not some sort of mousse. This one is in the shade Sundown Dream, and it's part of their Hazy Sunset Cream Blush Collection. I think they do like 3 or 4 shades. But it's very, very subtle. Can you even see that there? I'm gonna take a little bit on this big ass Fenty brush and try and warm my face up a lot with this. It's quite sheer. I might need to go in with the slightly deeper shade. The formula's way better though. Yeah, that is what I wanted from the contour cream. Like that sort of formula, because it's just like melting into my skin. This side. It's quite a pretty colour. Okay, that looks a bit better. Now that I've added a little bit of colour to my face, I feel like still a bit of a snake. However, like a snake with blush on. You know when you're like in the jungle sometimes and you come across a snake, and some of them are like snatched with contour. Some of them just have a little bit of blush. I feel like that snake right now. And I also feel mildly delirious. A delirious blushy snake. Yeah, that's definitely a bit better, but it is quite subtle. Some of you guys probably aren't even gonna be able to notice much of a difference, but the formula's way better, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so I've just powdered down my face and my under eyes and my skin. I'm using all of like my usual sort of products that I tend to use on like a daily basis, but my skin is so dry. Maybe my skin is literally drying out that mousse. Maybe it's like a really buttery, creamy formula, and then as soon as it hits my crusty little snake skin, it's just like... So yeah, when you see my face in the macro, please don't mention my dry skin. I hate it too. Okay, let's try out the powder part of this contour. I'm gonna take a fair amount because it is quite light, but sometimes I do find that a really light contour actually looks the best. Just doesn't look too intense. That actually looks like a decent color, but I feel like I've maybe put a bit too much on my brush. Okay, let's continue the blend. Oh, that mousse is gone so patchy. Look. Can you see that big like gap there from me just like blending? Oh dear. Oh, it looks really dry, and I put like a little bit of powder on top of the cream just to set it, but I didn't put much on there at all. Oh damn, cat hairs all over my face today. Let's try and like really pat it into my face. This is not so good. Damn it, that was like one of the main products that I was really excited to try because I love a little contour, but I'm not really feeling it. I'll try it on my forehead just to see if like, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that it's on top of that mousse. You see, I'm really trying to like it because I really want to, but it does just look kind of, yeah, muddy and like a bit grubby. God damn it, Pikachu. Okay, I'll take a little bit and do a little bit of nose contouring with that, and hopefully it works for this. Because it is actually quite a good color. It's just, I feel like it's maybe the mousse, to be honest. Because how can you go like really, really, really wrong with the powder? Okay, I might finish this video looking worse than I already started. We will see. Just make sure everything is blended, just so I don't look completely muddy. I'm now a muddy, blushy snake that's dry and ill. We're adding all the descriptive words today. Okay, we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow palette. Fingers crossed. So this is called their Hazy Sunset eyeshadow palette. And looks like this. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a shimmery kind of like halo eye or like a spotlight eye or something. Because I kind of want to use like obviously some of the mattes, but then I don't know, like these shades here, these shimmers, I don't normally do red tones or anything, but they're just calling my name. They're going, Steph, Steph, hello. Should have stayed in bed today. Okay, to start, I'm gonna go in with this sepia or sepia. What do you say? What do I even say? I think I just say sepia. I don't know why I said sepia. This shade anyway, it's very, very pigmented. I only tap my brush in there. And I've already primed my lids with my P. Louise base. So I'm just gonna go right around my crease with this. Considering I only literally tapped my brush in this, and then I tapped any of the excess off, that's actually like the exact amount of pigment that I wanted for my crease, because I only want it to poke out a little bit. I really rate, I mean, doesn't seem like it today, but I really rate a lot of Barry M's products, to be honest. Like, they were the goats back in the day for like nail polish and the glitters that they did. And so many brands have like fallen off since then, but they're still going strong. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a smoke here. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's literally just to add a little bit of shading into my crease. Okay, what do I want to do? Because I'm kind of looking at this shade here, this molten one. I feel like that's probably like the star of the show. I'm just going to shove it on my face, just with my fingers while I've got it here. Okay, we need more, but okay. Just going to fully lay that down on my outer corner. It's not as foiled on my eyes as I was maybe hoping it would be, but I like the colour. I actually quite like that, and I don't normally like red tones. Like if I'm wearing a red, it's gonna be like red, like pillar box red. I don't normally like burgundies or anything like that, but this is actually all right. Quite like the colour. I just wish it was a little bit more foiled. And I'm just gonna sketch that just above my crease. Suddenly actually really quite liking that colour. I feel like it works with the snake eyes as well. Because I really just wanna try it, I'm gonna take a little bit of Idyllic and I'm gonna pop that just on my outer corner, just to deepen it a bit. Ooh, that one's a lot more pigmented. Okay, there's a lot of fallout. Help! We saved it. We saved it, okay. Tap off my brush. And then I'm actually gonna take, just to blend everything in a bit and make it a little bit more red, and also because I kind of want to try it as many shades as possible, I'm gonna take some of Skyline here using the same brush that I started with and actually warm up my crease a little bit. Because now I'm not so scared. Ooh. Well, at least I'm into the eyes. And then I'm just gonna take a clean brush and just blend the crap out of those edges. Just wanna make sure I'm not like over blending them up to my eyebrows. I like this a lot. Might do a little bit of tidying up in a minute, but I quite like this color. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a shimmer. So I'm gonna take the shade Nocturnal, which is what I've become again recently, which is probably why I'm ill. And it's just like a rose gold kind of shade. And I'm gonna slap that right in the center and ooh, baby, that looks good. Yes. Mildly dying and crusty. The eyes are a slay though. I wanna really make sure it's like super concentrated right in the center. I'm Marge Simpson again. Homie, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Gonna go back in with a little bit more of Molten and just make that little pop of shimmer a tiny bit tighter. Gonna really just concentrate that on the center there. I might even be able to get away with using that as a highlighter. Can I? Should I? I will say there's a fair amount of fallout from this palette, so I would probably recommend you do your eyes first. A little bit on the inner corner here as well. Yeah, it might be a little bit too deep for a highlighter, but it works for the inner corner. I like it. I'm gonna add, am I? Gonna add a tiny little bit on my lower lash line. Could be erring on the edge of pink eye right now. I don't mean like physically, like actually. I'm not just suddenly developing pink eye on camera, but there's potential for it to look like a little bit. So I just wanna add a little bit of the sepia shade. Please don't look like pink eye. Please don't look like pink eye. Because then I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna look like a snake. What did I even say? Snake, a dry snake in the mud with blusher on that also has pink eye. It's not going well for this snake here, is it? Just cover up any dark circles with red and then no one will know. I really like this eyeshadow actually. Not my usual, but I'm really quite into it. Okay, we're gonna go in with this mascara here. So this is called their Lash Define Bold Volume and Curl Mascara. Okay, let's try this bad boy out. Ooh, it's got a really like stiff plasticky wand. And I like that usually, so I've got high hopes for this. Very grippy. Seems like quite a black formula. This is good, okay. Barry M are currently on their redemption arc. I like the wand a lot. You sort of like, it's just like, you just rest it on your lash line, you just chill for a sec and then blink into it and it's like, boom. Look at that. I am pleased. This is a good mascara actually. Look at the fanage on my lower lashes there. This mascara is really good. Yay. I'm really happy with that. Oh, you know what I realized that I have that I didn't even try? I have some of these eyeshadow sticks and there's like a cream colored one somewhere. Yeah, it's like a white creamy color. So I'm gonna put that on my inner corner and on my brow bone. These are called the Dazzle and Define Metallic Crayons. I wonder how many of these stupid like plastic covers on makeup I've had to take off in my life. It must be like 5,000, more than 5,000, surely. So yeah, this one here is just in the shade white and it's like a super pearly looking white. Oh, it's like iridescent. There's so many emotions going on right now. Look at that. Okay, let's try a little bit of this on top of my eyeshadow in my inner corner. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like that. And I'm gonna do a little bit on my brow bone as well. It looks very, very pink in the light that I have right now. Just blend it down. So maybe not my go-to choice to go with the red eye, but I quite like the formula. And I know I can do some like intense makeup looks with these because they've got a bunch of different colors as well. They kind of have like a wet look to them. That's actually quite nice. Don't normally use any sort of like stick eyeshadows, but they're one of the better products for sure. Okay, we're gonna move on to lips. I have a ton of their Glide On matte lip creams. They have a lot of like cool tone, nude and like deep shades. Like this, and this. I feel like because there's not much color in my face, would this be too much? Would it? I'm gonna try it because I also do just love a good matte red lip. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it a go. And if it sucks, then we can just take it off. But it's in the shade Sizzling Reds. Let's have a little look. Okay, so it's quite a small little doe foot. It smells nice. Okay, looks like this. Does it dry down? That's the question. Let's see if this looks like a hot mess or if it does kind of look a little bit like editorial-ish. Let's try. It's like a very thin formula. I feel like it might need 2 layers. Is this even gonna look decent? No, not the easiest thing to apply because it is so, does that even work? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to apply because the formula is so thin and like watery. It's just not fully giving me the coverage that I want. It is drying down though, so hopefully we can just like adjust it in a second. So even though it's not the most pigmented thing in the world, it does seem to layer up quite nicely, which is good. That actually kind of works. Probably wouldn't go out like just to the shops like this. People in Cornwall might look at me a little bit mental, but a little editorially kind of look once I add a little bit of actually warming bronzer. This could be okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do, just to save a little bit of time, I'm going to sort out my lip line, do my other eye off camera, and like I said, add a little bit more of like a powdered bronzer, just to warm my face up a bit, and probably a tiny little touch of highlighter as well, okay? Okay guys, so this is the finished look. We have just done a full 180 compared to my absolutely no color on my face to a lot of red and burgundy on my face. And you know what? I actually quite like it. I really do. I like the eyes on their own with like maybe a more nudie lip, and I like the lips. The lip product is a bit dry, but I've had it on for maybe like 20 minutes now. It hasn't cracked. I've licked my lips and everything. It doesn't seem to be like dissolving or anything like that. So it's not the best liquid lipstick, but actually the color is really, really nice. So I would definitely wear this again if I needed to wear like a really intense red lip. Overall, I'd say the new collection is pretty decent. I obviously wasn't a fan of the contour. I really like the mascara, and the eyeshadow is really, really nice as well. I actually really like all this color combo. The blushes, I'm like, the formula's nice. The color that I used, which again was Sundown Dream, was a little bit like sheer. It didn't really do too much. So I'm just gonna quickly swatch the Horizon Glow one, which is like a touch darker. Let's just see what this is like. It's like a corally red almost. So that looks a bit better. They are still very, very sheer though. So if you want something natural, this works. You know, it's a nice product. It looks good on the skin, but it is quite subtle. So if you're looking for something that is like this color, it's not gonna be this color. What else? What else did we try? I don't know. Don't know really. My brain's just fully gone, it's just flatlined. Well, it hasn't, because then I wouldn't be here, but you know? Yeah, overall, I'm fairly happy with the finished look. I mean, I definitely feel like I look better than I did before, so that's a plus. I really like the eyes, really like the lips, and I really like the mascara, so I'd say they are my 3 favorite products today. Everything else was okay, apart from the Chisel Cheeks contour, wasn't really a fan of that. Yeah, everything else is okay, but not necessarily something that I would say you need to rush out and buy. But yeah, if you're into like these sort of colors, the liquid lipsticks feel quite nice, even though they do feel like a touch dry, but they still feel comfortable and I can move my mouth and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the finished look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if there's anything else you guys want me to try out, whether it's a bougie brand, an indie brand, a super affordable brand, whatever it is, let me know down below and I'll make sure I get tapping away on my computer and ordering it up. Basically, I'll buy it. So let me know if there's anything you guys want me to try out. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it here for today's video. Thank you for bearing with me while I'm a little bit ill and a little bit delirious. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you and I will see you in the next one when hopefully I don't sound like Marge Simpson and my brain works a little bit better and my skin isn't crusty and I'm not a snake that wears blush, that whatever I said earlier. Anyway, love you. Have a good day. Hope you're not ill and hope you're thriving. Bye.